opponent is irrelevant. We've lost 3 games to start league play, and I said this prior to last game, it's still true. It's still early in the season. You're 3 games into a 15-game season, but we got to get going here. We're going to proceed as such.
What's been the biggest difference, I guess, from what you've seen? In the last few days, is there anything that these guys are working even extra hard, just knowing that they have to get a win finally?
No, I think it's just that it's the mindset. I mean, there are a lot of little things that we have to improve on. We have to make sure we have multiple guys. We can't have multiple guys have bad games, and so to make sure everyone is mentally and emotionally, is physically ready, mentally and emotionally ready to go.
You've had leads in a lot of these games, so in the end of the game, is it just a matter of some of the other guys stepping up, not just one guy being the guy, or what do you think should be the biggest difference down the stretch of these games?
Well, that's part of it, but I don't. It hasn't been the end of games. I think we haven't been good at I'm gonna say the 13-minute to the 4-minute mark. Why are you shaking your head?
I'm sorry, he was asked one of the players. It was that little lull, right. Those little lulls in game. Sorry, I shouldn't have made physical gestures. I'm sorry. Yeah, but that's because they've seen it on film. We've talked about it, and so we just have to cut that out.
John, both the players mentioned defense. You were number 1 though in the Big East in field goal percentage defense, but yet I think second to last or third to last in scoring defense. It seems like kind of an odd position to be in when you're ranked first in field goal percentage, but teams are scoring 73 points a game against you. How do you kind of?
Those are relevant because we're playing at a faster pace with more possessions, and so teams are going to score more.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so, the field goal percentage is important.
Yeah.
But that being said, during those same stretches, we have to get stops. We have to string together consecutive stops when we need it, key points in the game.
So it's defense that's been the primary focus in practice the last few days, and how have the players kind of responded following that Providence game?
We'll see. I mean, we've had I think some pretty good practices. So if that's what you mean, how they've responded. I mean, it's you come in and just understand that we have to work. Nothing. As I told them, no one's going to feel sorry for you. It's an unforgiving league, and so no need to feel sorry for yourself. It's just us. It's just us right now. So let's go to work. Let's get better. Let's help each other.
I know you don't. You've said before you don't look at like stretches necessarily, just one game here, one game there, but you do have 4 straight at home. I mean, the longest homestand of the year. How much of a difference is that going to make, do you think? And how important is it to kind of defend your home court when you have that chance?
Yeah, it's very important. I mean, road wins in this league are tough.
Yeah.
Road wins in this league are very tough, and so we have to play well during the stretch.
When Butler goes to that continuous ball screen action, they create a lot of problems. Guys get into the lanes, they hit drifts, they hit mid-post, they hit deep post, a lot of things. How do you defend that? I mean, is it just an issue of communication, physicality, or what do you do to?
That's funny because those are the 2 things we've stressed. Your communication has to be at a high level. You can play it different ways. You can hard head some, you can switch some, you can flat head, you can do it different things. But at the end of the day, our communication with each other, just so we're all on the same page. They're a team that, with their movement, with the ball screens, and with their players, they make you pay. I mean, they make you pay. And so, our communication has to be great. And off the ball, you have to stay awake because you quickly will go from off the ball to being the focal point of the defensive play. And so you can't, sometimes some kids, off the ball, okay, let me just relax. That can't happen against them.
Savage, a kid that you're familiar with, has he taken their backcourt to another level in the sense that he can get buckets?
I think so. He's playing well. He's doing what he does. He's a scorer. He comes in, he's effective, he's a tough kid. That has been a very good piece for them. Okay.
When had you seen this previous? They start 1-1-3, then go to 2-3 matchup. Was that something they did previously, in previous years, or was that a new wrinkle?
I think that's something new this year. It's what you just said. It starts 1-1-3, then after a couple passes, it ends up being 2-3. But they're trying to match up out of it. So, I think what they do, and this is one thing we've stressed, is they just want to get you thinking about what they're in. And I think you just have to come down and play. Just read and react and certain sets, certain things that we look for that'll work against whatever zone or man-to-man sometimes. So just come down and go through it hard and don't worry about, okay, what are they in, or are they in this, no, let's run that play. Just read and react to each other.
Well, we,
Trey Campbell, is he expecting back, or is that no?
No.
No. And any idea, prognosis, how long it's gonna be?
Monday.
Monday, St. John's possibly, or?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, that's completely on with Trey and our medical staff, and
Yeah.
I was told no for tomorrow.
Okay. Also, the men against breast cancer, obviously an important cause for you. What is?
I think Mark can set that.
Mark, let him talk.
What is it, what does that mean to you?
It's an organization that is special to me. You know, it's an organization that, you know, I'm on their board now, and it helped me through a difficult time. And, you know, and just the notion is the caregiver needs to be looked after sometimes also. And it's, you know, when breast cancer strikes, in as much as Lord knows I hope this doesn't come out as insensitive, it strikes the person, that individual person, but it also affects the whole family. And so it's just an organization that has tried to educate and men on how to be good supporters and how to educate and show and teach the caregivers the best way to be a caregiver. Mark, you have anything you want to say? Mark?
Yes, sir.
Have a seat.